So you've been on your awakening journey, committed to your inner work, committed to your meditation, and you're finally starting to see those inner shifts. Even if you haven't seen anything visually as a mystical experience or not, but you are starting to feel that peace. You can sit in meditation for longer periods and you can see how your energy might be shifting. Maybe you feel more positive, maybe you feel more radiant. But there is something that's happening on the outside that is not making sense. And that might be the shift in your relationships, in your outer reality. Now, this could look like people really latching on to you, needing more of your time, needing more of your energy. This can also look like people, becoming irritated with you. This can also look like people disappearing on you without a word, without any sort of an explanation. And so in this video, I want to really talk about 3 key reasons why this might be taking place so that you can become aware of what's really happening if this happens to you, and how to really keep moving forward on your awakening journey without the excess confusion. There's a lot already taking place on your awakening journey. The one thing you do not need is extra confusion about what's really taking place on the outside, because it's always said that, if you want to see changes on the outside, they have to begin on the inside first. So then why is it that while you're making these beautiful changes on the inside, the outside is looking confusing? So in this video, let's talk about those 3 things that you need to really watch out for. The first reason why you might be seeing and experiencing, people acting weird around you in the outside world, whether this is at work, at home, your extended family, your friends. And let me just say that how long you've known somebody, it could be 20 years since childhood. It could be people that you've known since college, university. It will not matter. What's happening here is you now becoming more radiant in your light as you peel back the layers that are no longer part of your authentic self. You are becoming more lighter and brighter. And this has an immediate impact on your aura. Now, you're not doing anything wrong. It's not about what you said. So do not overanalyze anything you might have said or what you might have done, unless you've done something intentionally to hurt somebody. That's totally different. But if you really haven't had that much of an engagement and you still manage through your presence to irritate other people or inspire other people, understand that it's your aura that is having that impact on them. Let me just give you an example. Imagine a dark room, and in there you turn on a single lamp. Well, what's that lamp going to do? It'll bring out the cobwebs in the room. It'll put light on any dust that's in that room, anything that's hidden in the corners, any dust that needs clearing. All of that will be brought to light. Well, now you being that individual that is doing that inner work, bringing that more brighter light, you are acting as a walking flashlight for other people. Just your simple presence, and it's not about what you said, not about what you did, but your simple presence is going to irritate those who are not yet conscious. And this basically means that those who are not yet ready, to go on their inward journey, well, guess what? You are shining a light on their shadow, which they are possibly not yet ready to deal with. So what is this going to do? It is going to make them run away from you. It is going to make them feel irritated if they don't exactly know what it is about you that's irritating them. And the good news here is you are finally doing what you're meant to do. We're all meant to be walking each other home, and that's simply by being who we're meant to be once we've embodied that light. Now, as you do this, understand that you're doing exactly what you're meant to. You possibly be, triggering other people that can then finally start their own inward journey. And if they're not ready for it, they're just going to, feel repelled by you. They are going to step forward and away from you and possibly disappear out of your life. The most important thing for you here is to not add any confusion for yourself on this journey by, thinking about what you might have done, chasing after them. Just be who you're meant to be in the present moment, be that individual that's meant to be in their light and let their reaction roll out as it's meant to. If they are ready to start their inward journey, they will eventually be led to it. And if they need to disappear, understand that you cannot bring them with you, and therefore you must keep moving forward. Now, on the other hand, you may end up shining so brightly that other people are having a positive impact, or you are having a positive impact on those individuals by inspiring them. They may take a look at your changes and want to, if they are ready, to start walking down that path. And once again, you are there as an encouragement, you are there as somebody who has embodied that light, so then they can do the same. The key piece of advice here is do not chase after anybody. Regardless of how much time has existed between you, you have to learn to let go and detach on your spiritual journey. So if something is taking this new form and your relationships are shifting and changing, allow them to do so naturally. Now, this does not mean that you will hold on to any resentment, not forgive people or overanalyze the situation, because what that will do is it will keep you entangled in a karmic relationship with that individual. So you want to ensure that if somebody is moving out of your life, you do so with unconditional love, allow them to move out of your life naturally, and at the same time, do not hold any resentment so that that cycle can close off in a nice way, and you can move forward and continue on your journey. Now, a second reason you might see shifts on the outside world is because you might be coming across what some people may call energy vampires, but I like to refer them as those that are really just getting a sugar rush off of your energy. And what's really happening here is there might be people in your environment, people you've known before, or new people that are attracted to you because you are embodying light, because you are embodying that happiness and peace, and they might not be in a place to carry that higher vibration. In fact, they might be more depressed in their life, maybe experiencing some low. And so when they come across you, they are really working off of your energy. They may say things like, I love your energy. I love the way you make me feel. I love seeing you more often. But what you need to pay attention to here is, how do you feel after these engagements? If you have mental fog, if you have, feeling like your energy is drained, feeling like you are hyperactive after that engagement, or feeling like maybe you can't sleep, you need to pay attention to these patterns and create the healthy boundaries that you may need so that this is not impacting your inward progress. You are not yet in a state where you are at a vibration where you can stabilize yourself regardless of what happens on the outside world. So you want to make sure that as you are still trying to ascend, you can, really carry on that progress, conserve your energy for yourself, and not be impacted for the progress that you're really trying to make. So once again, pay attention to what you're feeling like, and then take the necessary steps to really, kind of, I wouldn't say get rid of seeing these people or removing them from your life, but more so create those healthy boundaries so that you're not impacted as much. Now, last but not least is number 3. The reason why you see shifts in your relationships is because certain lessons that you were meant to learn on your life path, your awakening journey, have come to a close. But that's only if you let them. Let's say somebody that you've known for 20 years has now served the purpose that they were meant to serve and come along to teach you on your life's path. But because you've known them for so long, you just can't let go. You need to make sure that if there is something that's coming naturally to a close, that you allow it to, because the lesson there has been learned. That cycle needs to be closed. And as you continue to ascend on your journey, you can't bring these people with you. Everybody has their own, state of consciousness. They will expand at their own rate, progress when they are meant to, and based on their own life's path and the cycles that they are ready to close. And it is not up to you to make sure that you bring along everybody that you love. You can continue to love people from afar and make sure that it's not impacting your own journey. So, with that, you want to make sure if you see something coming to a close, if you feel at peace with everything that somebody has really taught you and you can see them starting to slip away, be okay with allowing that cycle to close. People come in for a reason, a lesson, a season, and when that's done, they may need to shift and you may need to move forward. Even if, some of these relationships end off with a harsh lesson or a message at the end, absorb that message, to integrate that lesson, and then release that connection with love and, unconditional love and also forgiveness if that needs to be there as well. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope this was helpful. God bless.